What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to another video and a new mini series. And in this series of videos, we're going to be doing a mini restoration on our 1980 280Zx. Now pretty much what we want to do to this car is make it the perfect weekend driver. I know that it looks good in videos and photos and stuff like that, but there's plenty of imperfections when you look up close. Just a quick backstory to this car. If you guys haven't seen any of the build videos, make sure you go back and check them out. I bought it off an old dude. He's like 60 years old. He resprayed it Bayside blue, which is like the GDR blue. Freaking love this color. He did it like 10 years ago, and in some spots the paint looks mad. So he resprayed it like 10 years ago, and then the car was all in bits, and he just left it sitting outside after it was resprayed, and it never got put back together. And then I bought the car off him, super cheap, really cheap actually, in bits. And what I did was I put the car back together. Basically the aim was to get the car back on the road. So I did kind of a mini build on the car, coilovers, wheels, flares, all that stuff. Got the car registered, drivable on the road, and I enjoyed it for a while. Because I'm not really the type of person to take the car off the road and do a full restoration for like a year, like a lot of people do, or 2 years or whatever, and have it blow out. I like to enjoy stuff straight away because I'm super impatient. So I got it to this stage, put it all back together. It looks really nice, obviously, and it looks good in photos, but there are heaps of imperfections in it. The paint, kind of, you can see here, the clear coat was all peeled on the bonnet, and I kind of just re-clear coated it with a can quickly just to get it looking okay. There's just heaps of things going on the paintwork back here. I've kind of sanded it down a little bit, but there's kind of rust around the fuel cap. The roof has no clear coat at all. It's kind of peeled off. Heaps of little things going on that I want to fix pretty much. This boot, there's bog in it that's cracked. Clear coat's peeled off here. It's like a rust repair job here that isn't amazing, that we're going to kind of fix up a bit. It's a patch of rust right here that we need to repair. So kind of a bunch of little things with the paint that I'm just not stoked with. And with a car like this, which is I guess my forever car, do not intend on selling it anytime soon. Freaking love it. I want it to be pretty much perfect, so we're going to whip the front panels off, make sure that there's no rust underneath the panels and in the door arches and stuff like that, take care of that. And then we're going to wrap the car in vinyl wrap. We're also going to pull the bumpers off and respray the bumpers, the black parts, because as you can see they've got all this crap on them and you can't clean it off. So we're going to sand the bumpers, respray them, obviously leave the chrome bits chrome, and then once the exterior of the car is perfect, we're going to go ahead and tackle the engine bay. Let's pop the bonnet. Alrighty, so at the moment we have a completely stock L28E, non-turbo, lots of random crap going on with all the emission stuff that they had back in the day. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put a turbo right here. We are putting a turbo on this car. Of course, part of having the perfect kind of daily or weekend car is having a turbo on it so it can make good noises and kind of give it a little bit more of a kick up the butt. Definitely super excited about that. I've already got the front mount intercooler. The rest of the parts are all on the way, and we're gonna literally do this over the next couple of days / week. I'll kind of fill you in on the plans for the turbo setup as we go through it. That's pretty much it. We've also got this other bride seat to put in the car that I just never got around to putting in. The interior of this car is just freaking awesome. Super good condition. So I'm really stoked about that. The electric windows all work. Sunroofs, we've got a bit of like random, it's not rust, I don't know what it is, like oxidation underneath the paint, so we're going to sand that down and respray this black. Basically the car's just going to be freaking perfect once we're finished with it. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and pull the front panels, front bumper, everything off the front of the car, and then we can kind of see what we're dealing with. Let's get it done. Cool, so this is where we're at. Panels are off, we're over there. I'm pretty glad I took them off because as you can see, it's pretty dirty under here. We did underseal the wheel arches when we put the coilovers in, which actually worked really well. So I'll probably end up doing that here, or at least we're gonna sand it back. As you can see, it's just surface rust, nothing crazy. We don't have to cut anything out or replace anything, which is nice. We'll rust treat it and prime it just so that it's going to prevent any kind of rust happening in the future. Same on the other side, although we do have a little bit more kind of rust, surface rust on this side than the other side. Here, it's a little bit more aggressive, so we will get the flappy disc out and really kind of take to that, sand it back. But it's just a great opportunity to clean all this stuff up, make sure nothing crazy is going on. The best thing about old cars though, super easy to take all this stuff off. It was not difficult. The only thing was, everything is super crusty because it's like 40 years old. So we will be replacing all of the hardware, which is easy, super cheap, makes everything look nice and tidy. So the product we're using is rust converter. It's this stuff in here. Alright, basically we're just going to paint it on. Very simple, converts the rust into a hard kind of material, neutralizes the rust, and then we can go ahead and actually work on it, paint over it, all that type of stuff. So probably not super necessary for the surface stuff, but we're going to do it anyway just so the car lasts us for many years to come. Goodbye rust. Goodbye, do not come back ever again. Please don't touch it, Tara.
But I want to touch it.
You always want to touch it. Low, low.
Can I do it?
Sure, you can do it. Here you go.
How do you do?
Exactly what I was doing.
On the rusty bits?
Yep. Wow, you should be an artist.
I am an artist, actually.
Oh, okay.
I specialise in anti-rusting cars.
Ah.
If you're wondering. So.
Should pay you for it.
Yeah, you should.
It's funny because it says clear on the bottle, but that looks very white to me.
Here you go.
Oh, we're done?
I'll let you take over.
Alright, fine. Alrighty, so we've got our rust converter laid down, and it turns out it does dry clear. So as you can see, it's drying in spots and it's coming up clear, which is rad. And then after that we can go ahead and prime it up. While I'm waiting for it to dry, I'm going to go ahead and start working on this sill to see if we can get it nice and prepped and lay down some wrap on it to see what it's going to look like. Sorry guys, I skipped ahead a little bit, but I have sanded down the sill nicely right here, and then I've laid down some fiberglass bog in places where we need to fill a couple of spots. We're going to call it a night here, come back tomorrow morning, spend a whole day on this thing. Today got away from me a little bit, but all the rust repair stuff looks really good, so super stoked with all that. That stuff that I put on it literally just like makes everything go into this weird like hard material, which is pretty cool. So that's the rust all sealed up. So yeah, should be freaking good once we're finished.
Thanks for fixing my car, Dave.
That's alright.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. No more scrapes anymore on the 86.
No, the blue car.
Oh, this car?
Thank you for fixing my 280.
Oh, okay, yeah, sweet. So this is actually Tara's car now. She's taking ownership of it.
Thank you.
Look at this nice blue that it's going to be. Oh my god, I'm excited. Alright guys, see you in the morning. Whoop. We're back. Alright, so today is Good Friday and I completely forgot. And I do not have any bog or sandpaper. So I gave Dan a call. He's got some stuff at his house. So we're going to head to his house quickly, grab that, come back, and then we can get to work on this bad boy. So we're going to take the 86, head to Dan's house quickly. Ooh. This is the life that we live now. He's put it in the letterbox for me because we're not allowed to see each other. Thank you, coronavirus. Booyah. We've got some bog. Question. Do 86s do skids? Answer. Yes. I conclude yes. Don't know if Tara will be super happy about that when she sees this video, but you know what, I'll take that one on the chin for you guys. You're welcome. Good fun. What do you think of what I did in your car? Best.
Dicks.
Hey, no swearing on the vlog.
I'll swear if I want to swear, okay? Bleep me out, okay?
Jesus Christ. Look, it decided to rain. That's awesome. Put us under the carport because the E36 is in the garage. Let's get to work. So I've got to sand down the fiberglass that we laid down. We'll pull the bonnet down and we'll sand the bonnet back and we'll wrap that. The guards are basically ready to go back on. So yeah, pretty stoked. Making some progress. So while we're waiting for that stuff to dry, we're gonna go ahead and start sanding down the bonnet just so we can get ahead with things, because I'm super keen to get some wrap down. Bit of a job to do here though. There's heaps of little dimple bits on the bonnet, clear coat coming off, just heaps of crap, so hopefully we can get this nice and smooth enough so when we lay the wrap down, it'll look schmick. Alright, we ran out of grey, so we're switching to black. Don't judge me. So we're going to let that primer dry, and we'll give it a light sand, and we should be okay to lay the wrap down. While we wait for the paint to dry, we're going to take a quick break and play some Assetto Corsa. So I've given the bonnet a quick light sand and we're ready to wrap it, I think. Fingers crossed that it comes out how I want it to. I also wiped the bonnet down with the cleaning solvent. It won't focus, there we go, with the cleaning solvent, including, super important, under the edges, because that's where your wrap is going to stick to. So if you don't clean that off, it won't stick underneath and it'll peel back in the sun and then it starts to look crap. So, alright. Measured it up, 1.8 meters. We're going to cut the wrap, chuck it on the bonnet. Well, there you go, completely stuffed that one up. 1.8 meters of wrap down the drain because I was careless. Super frustrating. Oh well, another 1.8 meters. I'll cut another bit and we'll chuck it on. Alrighty, so it's been a pretty frustrating experience so far. This is where I'm at. Yep, the bonnet is not wrapped, and there is 6 meters of wrap over here. I've tried to wrap the bonnet 3 times, wasted. Basically, the old paint just keeps pulling up, which is freaking annoying. It just makes the wrap look like crap. So I threw all my toys out of the cot, pulled the wrap off, throw that away. We've still got like 4 meters of wrap left, which should be enough to do the bonnet and the front guards. What I'm going to do is I've gone out and bought some super aggressive sanding discs. We're going to sand the bonnet right back. I was probably a little bit lazy maybe when I was sanding it, and I should have done this in the first place, but we're going to sand the bonnet right back, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap it again. It's a pretty cold day today as well, so I don't know how well it's going to go in terms of wrapping. I went out and bought a new heat gun as well to kind of make the process a little bit easier, because I was using a hairdryer. So we'll go ahead, sand this back, and see if we can't get this frickin' thing wrapped. Quick update, I decided to move everything into the garage. Just makes life way easier, so I had to move a whole bunch of cars around, put the E36 outside, move the car trailer, pull the Datsun in. The life of having a tiny garage. Not a lot of room, but hey, we're in. It's much more comfortable working in here. Got a halogen light up here to provide some heat as well, so that we can actually go ahead and wrap the bonnet. So I'll finish sanding it down, and then I reckon, yeah, this is going to work a lot better. I should have done this in the first place, which has just got some super heavy sandpaper, sanded it right back and just not taking any risks. But we're getting it done now. We've got enough wrap to wrap the bonnet and the front guards and the sill, which is like the whole front of the car, which is sweet. I've already ordered the rest of the wrap for the rest of the car, so not a big deal. I'd rather just get it perfect, because this car, it's not like I don't have a lot of time on my hands with this whole pandemic that's happening. So yeah, we're going to finish the bonnet. Let's get it done, son. Alrighty, so after many hours of sanding and so many sanding discs expended because it just clogged up the pads, we have got it back to where we want it. We've taken all of the black paint off, we've taken all of the clear coat off. Whew, now we can go ahead and wrap the bonnet for the 4th time lucky. Building cars and all that stuff is all about learning lessons, and this was a pretty hard lesson to learn. Lots of hours lost, but you know, that's what it's all about. And I've learned that you cannot skimp on the prep work. You've just got to put the work in, spend the hours doing it, and it'll come up with a better result. So let's go ahead, lay down this vinyl and see how it comes up. Holy crap, that was easily the hardest thing that I've ever had to wrap, obviously, because it took me 4 goes at even getting it right. And it's not perfect, There are some imperfections, but this is how it looks. Woo! Damn, son. Oh, the wind just came through big time. Definitely looks 4 million times better than it did before, and I'm so freaking happy. Colour looks really cool as well. Like I said, there are some imperfections, but I do have a friend that's going to fly over from New Zealand and actually paint this car at some point, so the wrap is temporary. And when I say temporary, probably I'll have it on for at least a year maybe, but it looks so freaking good. Just such an improvement over what it was. That's probably the hardest part of the car done. The bonnet, super intricate with like the way that the curves go on the bonnet. It was really, really hard. I had to take my time, but we got there in the end. I'll quickly grab the panels and just chuck them back on, just sit them there for now. We won't wrap them today because I don't have time, but just to get a feel of how the car's gonna look once it all comes together. I'm so freaking chuffed. Front panels are now on, and you can see the new colour makes the old colour look so freaking dull. It's crazy. And I used to think the old colour was popping. I don't know if you guys noticed with the purple E36. I do like to have my cars stand out a lot, so I'm pretty okay with the fact that this blue is very standoutish. Super stoked. That is where we're going to leave it tonight, guys. I am absolutely stuffed. To get to where we are now, it took a lot longer than I expected, but the bonnet was the worst of the car. So the rest of the car shouldn't be too bad. The bottom seal is pretty much ready to wrap. The rest of the car, I don't have to do much bodywork to. A couple of little rust spots and the fuel cap, and I can pretty much wrap the rest of the car. This should all come together fairly quickly. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments below. Feel free to shout out. Also follow me on Instagram @itsmikeleek. Throw me a message. I know heaps of you guys have been messaging lately for advice. I'm always happy to give it out, so hit me up. I'll be smashing out part 2 of the mini restoration for the 280 straight away tomorrow. So videos are going to be flowing. I hope you guys are doing alright in this whole lockdown pandemic thing. It's crap, but it's a good opportunity to do stuff like this, and it is what it is. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe. Peace.